Hello, this is a short supplement, indeed a correction, to my second video in the series Who Wrote the Quran? That is video 2, When Was the Quran Completed? Part 2. If you saw that video, you may recall this slide that appears towards its conclusion and in which I set out a summary of my argument. I point out that it has been demonstrated by Dr. Marion Van Putten in his 2019 article, The Grace of God as Evidence for a Written Uthmanic Archetype, that all Quran manuscripts are ultimately derived from a single canonical archetype. I also say, from this archetype, 4 regional codices were made, and from these regional codices, all subsequent Qurans were copied. And I illustrate this with a simple diagram which shows a 3-tier pyramid in which the canonical archetype appears at its apex, the 4 regional codices appear as an intermediary stage, and then all the Qurans of which we have fragments appear at the bottom, with the impression that all Quran manuscripts that we have are derived from one or other of the regional codices, and these regional codices were derived from the canonical archetype. I'm very grateful to Dr. Van Putten for pointing out to me in online correspondence since I posted this video that it is in fact his settled view that the canonical archetype itself served as one of the regional codices, and so it is possible that some Quran manuscripts may have been copied directly from the archetype without going through any intermediary stage. In the light of this, I would like to correct this slide. The first proposition, all Quran manuscripts are ultimately derived from a single canonical archetype, remains true and doesn't need to be changed. However, the other 2 propositions I would like to amend as follows. The second should read, from this archetype 4 copy codices were made and sent to different regions. And the third proposition should now read, and from these 5 regional codices, all subsequent Qurans were copied. Of course, I also have to change my diagram. The canonical archetype remains at the top of the pyramid, of course, but now the 4 regional codices should be changed to simply read early codices sent to the regions, with the possibility that some manuscripts are copied directly from the archetype, and then the canonical archetype and the codices that were created from it together form the 5 regional codices. None of this affects my intermediary conclusion, which is that it is overwhelmingly likely that the entirety of the Quran consonantal text was fixed before the oldest radiocarbon tested manuscript was created, nor the conclusion that follows from that, which is that therefore the Quran consonantal text must have been fixed no later than 645. It only remains for me to thank Dr. Marion Van Putten for taking the time and the effort to correct me and to share his expertise with all of us. So thank you very much, Marion.